Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Trent, and today I'm going to be reacting to Aversions Crown and their song Born in the Gutter. I'm also going to be having my girlfriend react with me, who does not listen to metal. So this will be the first time Katie's ever heard this band, so it should be kind of interesting. What do you think the band is about?
Me? You're asking me?
Yes.
I have no idea.
You don't know?
No.
Good. That's a good
Metal.
start.
I don't know.
It's a good start. It's a good start. So actually, I played with Aversions Crown in Columbus, Ohio, with their previous vocalist. I know this is a brand new vocalist. They were pretty insane live. They really impressed me, especially going from 2 weeks straight of touring on their first ever U.S. tour, and they stepped up and sounded perfect. So it was kind of intimidating watching them play. They were very, very good. So we're going to go ahead and listen to this, and I think the reactions are going to be completely different because I know I will probably like it. She probably won't.
You never know.
Uh-huh. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's bring it back to the beginning. All right, let's stop it real quick because I want to mention something. She will have no idea what I'm talking about. However, those who are watching probably will. So the new vocalist definitely doesn't hold a candle to the old vocalist at all in means of range. This guy's great, but the old vocalist is just out of this world good. So I'll have to show her, their previous vocalist. One thing I'm really noticing here, it's almost a mimic of Fit for an Autopsy. So that even to the screams, to the instrumentals, to even this chorus here, where they have a mixture of the screams and the pitch screaming layered together, where it does sound good. It sounds good, but it went from Aversions Crown being about alien metal and being goofy and about extraterrestrials and being super heavy, and went to this has a very serious meaning behind it. It's called Born in the Gutter, and it's compared. You can see in the video the comparing and contrasting with the two women sitting there with their teas and being all fancy, and then the little boy with the shovel and poverty. So it's a lot more serious of a message that they're representing in this video compared to their older stuff. But the one thing that stands out to me, it sounds just like Fit for an Autopsy. But obviously you're not going to know at all what I'm talking about there. But what do you think? We're 49 seconds in.
So I really liked it so far, actually. I think it's going to be silly, but I think it's the guitar line. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I like that. I really like that. And I also like the break when it kind of almost has a Russian feel to it. I kind of like where it was going.
A Russian?
Yeah.
What do you mean a Russian feel? What does that even mean, Putin? The break where they kill people.
Just
It's
does.
Russian.
No,
it's
like
Russian.
the Russian choir, if you ever see the movie
Someone
The Rock,
explain this.
If you see the movie The Rock, they have it in the background, when they're in prison. But I like that sound.
She likes the Russianness of it, guys.
Let's just keep it going.
And let's just point out that they're Australian. Moving on.
Whatever.
We're going to go ahead and keep playing video.
Let's go.
Do you hear the Russian choir sound?
So if we go back here,
that's what I'm talking about, right there.
Smacking me. Do you guys see that? It's assault. All 46 viewers need to check and look into this. All right, so let's go back. So right here. It's layered vocals with pitch screaming. That's what yeah.
But I like it. It sounds Russian.
It sounds Russian?
Yes.
What? Is anybody else here? Because I'm not hearing the whole Russian thing.
I don't know.
I'm not personal friends with a lot of Russians. Apparently she is.
What? I will find some Russian music for you. And then you can
Thank
compare.
God. I look forward to it. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
It's really sad. I feel like it's really sad.
It's very sad, but it makes a good point. Even without reading the lyrics, I think they're doing a very good job of portraying what the video is about. And thank you, you're so nice. They're doing a good job of portraying what the video is about, just visually on the screen, showing how obese, whether that's Americans or even Australians are, but it's probably Americans. That's what we're good at, is being fat. And then showing like the two sides of it's almost like they're showing the two extremes. So like, look at these rich people and they're eating these fat burgers, and look at these kids in these impoverished countries who have flies on their face because they're basically deteriorating flesh, and they're not eating, they're not drinking, they don't have clean homes and places to live in. Just kind of funny. This Rob, I just watched. There's a guy on YouTube. No way am I affiliated with him or whatever. I happened to watch him. We have a connection because he's also bald, but he goes by Bald and Bankrupt, and he literally travels the world. And he was just doing this thing in I think where was he? Slovakia or something, and he was showing like the most impoverished areas and like where these people were living in, like in 2020, and like he was like, this is the slums, and like they're not even using the trash, and there's just the one side of the building is just all covered in trash, and then they went into like the forest almost, and these people are living in shacks and cooking outside in the rain. And then I'm sitting in here, it kind of takes your perspective, when you see things like that, and kind of helps you kind of swallow the pill of make sure you don't take anything that you have for granted, because most of us are living the way we are now. I'm sitting in a nice computer chair in a nice home with food and water and whatever I want and snacks and crap, and those people, they don't eat enough food to poop. So, it's kind of sad.
I think it also shows too, like, even though you mentioned like the rich American, that's the fat one.
No, it showed the two ladies with the cups and the teas with their hair done and stuff.
Oh,
that's where I thought
part.
that. And then there were the fat ladies in their wheelchairs.
Yeah, but I saw that too. Is there's obese America, but a lot of people who more of the impoverished side in America are the ones who eat Burger King. They have nothing.
It's cheap.
Yeah, exactly. So it is also like the impoverished from maybe a third world country, but the impoverished from America. And even though it's like two extremes, it's still people who are in really living in unhealthy ways, because that's all they have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. But I'd like to go back and read what the actual lyrics are to the song at some point. It says "born in the gutter," so I want to kind of know what that's referencing. I'm sure there's context through the lyrics. That's another thing too. A lot of times vocalists of bands are the ones who are typically the lyricists of the bands. Not all the time. A lot of times, everyone in the band chips in. But for most of the bands, the people that I talk to, a lot of the lyrics are coming from the vocalist, whether that be personal emotions or whatever, or working with another member in the band to help them create and write something as well. I'm not saying that's like it is all the time, but if that's the case for bands, say like Aversions Crown, you saw them going from, like metal about aliens to now this new vocalist. It's a lot more serious of a tone, and not only is it more serious of a tone, like I said, it reminds me of Fit for an Autopsy. Just the subject matter, the screaming, the pitch shifted screaming, just very, very similar to Fit for an Autopsy. So that's why I'm wondering if this guy brought in a new outlook, like, I'm the new vocalist, I have this idea in mind, instead of going and staying with this, alien stuff that doesn't really make an impact or doesn't really bring attention to anything. I want to bring attention to stuff that really is on my heart, or something that's really, to me, way more important than singing about extraterrestrial life or whatever it may be. Not that either or is better than the other, but I just think a new perspective can change a lot of things for a band, and maybe in a way mature a band. Although the vocal abilities of this guy, he's a great vocalist. I think he again doesn't hold a candle to, the other vocalists. The other vocalists, he was just out of this world. He was a monster. Seeing him live was intimidating as hell. But yeah, so do you have anything else you want to say? All right, so let's go ahead and keep watching. From the trenches, nothing condition. Towers of populace, bring forth the avalanche. That's sad.
Yeah. Well, you see all these people, like, it starts off, I'm taking over. It starts off with like that. I caught it, what you said. There's this hot, sexy American or Western looking woman, blonde hair. She has this massive burger. She's eating it. And you see like, oh, this is the advertisement of what is the good life. And yet after that, you see kids and other people who are obese and who are obviously hurting. And they're like animals eating cake and eating food and really seeing that, you know, it's not all that it's cracked out to be. You're not going to be like a supermodel and have the world if you eat this way or do these things. It's actually detrimental to who you are.
So again, guys, that was Aversions Crown and their song Born in the Gutter. And as she was kind of talking what she wanted to say there, I was just kind of jumping down I was just kind of curious on what the comments were, and they were exactly of what I was expecting. Go back to dissonant alien deathcore. There it is. Murder's already doing that, and I didn't even think about that. Now that I do, they do sound very similar to the new Thy Art Is Murder. Like, let's show everyone how awful this world is. So like, there's these bands that take it to the extreme of Thy Art Is Murder. It's like, yeah, we're human targets. We're awful. We're garbage. We're this. Where it's like, yeah, in a way we are. In a way we are. A lot of people are doing a lot of awful things, but there are also a lot of people doing a lot of good things too that aren't being a lot of times focused on. It's kind of like what the media does, and these bands are trying to, you know, portray the truth and push the truth out there and show this is what it really is. But it's like, well, you're doing anything different than what the media is. You're pushing the bad instead of pushing the good. So then the good gets pushed back like it doesn't mean anything. So I think that's another issue with that. But like, just kind of reading through the through the comments here again, you know, dear Virgin Crown, we as the fans desperately need a comment on if you'll return to your songs about aliens, since you've only ignored the fans since this album cycle started. Bring back the aliens, the tragic sea of human targets, so that person can combine, you know, the album names of Thy Art Is Murder's new album and Fit for an Autopsy's album, which makes sense. Say goodbye to the prismatic experience, I guess. I'm not afraid to die. I'm afraid I'll survive and have to watch you all suffer. Lyrics from another song from, I think that was Fit for an Autopsy. This right here, this new Fit for an Autopsy song is okay. Sounds a bit like Thy Art Is Murder, though. So it's all to be expected, and it's funny because it's all it takes is one person to change in the band, and people just lose their mind. It's kind of like just way off topic that, you know, Asking Alexandria, for example, they started off as metalcore. Everyone loved them for metalcore. Now they're making basically just rock music, and they've evolved as a band and as one group of guys that aren't teenagers anymore. And as you get older, maybe you just don't want to play metal anymore. But they're all incredibly talented individuals, and he's a phenomenal vocalist, so they did something that's going to allow them to continue their career. So that's what's kind of funny. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Nope.
All right, guys, so again, that was Aversions Crown, Born in the Gutter. This is going to be on their new album, Hell Will Come For Us All. And that's coming out here shortly on June 12th. So if you dig the new Vocalist, which I actually like the new stuff. I played with the Aversions Crown Throw Vocalist, and they were incredible, but I also like this version too. I always try to be open when bands make a change, because I don't think it's fair to them, because it's already hard enough as a band to make a change, especially in the spot of a vocalist, because a vocalist can change the entire sound of your band. And a lot of times that's a very dramatic step for a lot of people, and a lot of people will have a fit over it. So that's one thing that I try not to do, is judge a band based on, oh, that's a new vocalist. Well, yeah, he might not be as good as the other vocalists, but he's also still a great vocalist, and I think the subject matter is way better. I'm not into the whole alien thing, even though I like the heaviness of it, but I like this. It has a more serious tone to it, and it brings attention to things like that, and it kind of shows you, like, hey, while you're sitting there being fat eating a burger, there's a kid that's got flies living on him. You know, puts you into perspective, and kind of, you know, which you can't change either. But I think it just kind of helps you maybe, you know, learn to not take so much for granted. But again, that was Aversions Crown, Born in the Gutter. Thanks for checking it out. If you guys want to see more videos with Katie in them, comment below and let me know. I actually thought she did very well, considering she's not a metalhead and she doesn't listen to metal, and her favorite choice of music is gospel. So, you know, but yeah, if you want to see more videos of Katie reacting to them, then definitely do. And like as always, guys, if you like the videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bells so you're uploaded when new videos are uploaded. I will try to do more videos coming up, since I have a lot more time on my hands now. I haven't made a video since, however, 2 weeks ago to Monday, I was laid off from my job, so I am now unemployed and fighting the unemployment battle. So I will be trying to post maybe a video every day, because I have no reason I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
So if you guys like what you see, you know, definitely come and hang out, comment your suggestions, let me know what you think about the song, so on and so forth. So as always, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day.